Do you have creaky knees, and are you fed up with climbing the stairs at your house? Trust me, I can relate. My knees have been giving me trouble for years. And maybe your current home is a bit too big now that all the kids have gone. Or maybe you're just tired of all the maintenance it takes. Spending your weekends mowing the grass and completing your honey-do list just doesn't have the same appeal as it once did. And maybe you're thinking that an active adult or 55 plus community would be an option. Now, before you take the plunge, you'll want to know the pros and the cons of living in a 55 plus community. Hi, I'm Daphne Bousquet with eXp Realty on the south side of Atlanta, Georgia, and we actually have quite a few active adult and low maintenance communities in the area. And more are being built as we speak. Come with advantages and disadvantages. And I'd love to know if you agree with my assessment. Leave me a comment with what you think of living in a community like this. Okay, let's dive in. We'll start off with the most obvious advantage and the reason many people are even considering the move to a 55 and plus community: the homes themselves. They are designed with aging in place in mind, so ranch or one-story homes. Sometimes there's a guest room or some flex space on the second level, but the majority of the space is on the first floor, especially the primary bedroom suite. You may also see other accessibility features such as step-free entrances, wider doorways, and door handles instead of doorknobs. And this is important as we get older. It allows for walkers and wheelchair accessibility. On the other hand, the homes are generally smaller with less storage, and that requires downsizing and getting rid of a lot of personal items. Not all the things you have accumulated over the last 40 years are going to make the cut, no matter how special they are. And that may include furniture that doesn't fit in your new home, or even treasured mementos, heirlooms, or memories that you may not have space for. And although some plans have 3 or even 4 bedrooms, there are also many communities that feature 2-bedroom homes with maybe some flex space for an office. The lack of space is a reason I actually had clients upsize instead of downsize. They wanted a larger home with additional living space for a live-in caregiver for them in case they became old and decrepit. Their words, not mine. I've also had clients who were empty nesters get a larger home so they could accommodate all the kids and grandkids during the holidays. That would be a challenge if you only had a 2-bedroom ranch. Another pro is the low maintenance lifestyle. Many communities have exterior maintenance and landscaping included. Homes come with small yards, and some communities feature small courtyards instead of backyards. So not only do they require very little maintenance, someone else takes care of it, makes it that much easier. If you are tired of spending hours on a Saturday mowing the lawn, like my husband is, and it's just becoming too much, you may love a 55 and over community. On the other hand, if you love yard work and mowing the lawn, this can be a con as well. I've had clients who just love a patch of grass to mow. It's their way of meditating and relaxing. So if this is something you enjoy, you probably want to steer away from low maintenance neighborhoods. Lots are also much smaller to accommodate this low maintenance lifestyle, and that means you are much closer to your neighbors. If you value being further away from your neighbors and the privacy that comes with that, a 55 plus community may not be the place for you. Pro number 3 is the activities that many, but not all, active adult communities offer. Many have a clubhouse, a pool, and places like Crestwind in Peachtree City and the new Crestwind they're building in Newnan have a fitness center as well as clubs and activities for its residents. Some provide for a wide variety of planned daily activities and events, such as game nights and holiday parties and group outings. If you have an interest, you can probably either start a club or join a club with like-minded residents. It's a great way to connect with fellow residents, make new friends, and try new things. Then again, all these amenities can come with a hefty homeowner association fee. If you do not use any of them, you are still paying. These active adult communities can be more expensive than other type of living arrangements, with additional fees and maintenance costs that can add up over time. And this can put a strain on retirement finances, especially if you are on a fixed income. can make it difficult for residents to maintain their standard of living. Pro number 4 is the sense of community that comes with living in one of these neighborhoods. You're living close to people who are your contemporaries and may have the same interests. Residents look out for each other, and that brings a sense of security and belonging with it, which is particularly important during retirement, where it can be easy to feel isolated, especially if you live by yourself. Con number 4 is that there will be few secrets in a place where you live so closely together. And if you have a few Karens among you, it can get unpleasant in a hurry. And do you remember the Seinfeld episodes where his parents live in that condo community in Florida, Del Boca Vista?
Barefoot in the clubhouse, Kramer. Don't you realize this is against the rules?
While the politics of the condo association were exaggerated and hilarious on Seinfeld, things like that can pop up from time to time in these communities as well, and then it's not so funny. Living in an active adult community can also be limiting in terms of diversity. These communities often have a homogeneous demographic, which may not be representative of the wider population. If you value cultural diversity and exposure to different viewpoints and experiences, that could be a disadvantage. Pro number 5 is that it's a quieter lifestyle. In a 55-plus community, you don't have to worry about a lot of noise or loud parties. There probably won't be a lot of traffic and definitely no through traffic. Even the foot traffic may be less than in a regular neighborhood. I've had clients who moved into a 55 and over community, and they just love the peace and quiet that comes with it. On the other hand, and this is con number 5, with the age restrictions in place, it can get too quiet for some people. The covenants come with restrictions, and kids under 18 cannot live in the community. Now, contrary to popular belief, not everyone living in a community has to be 55 and over. 80% of the residences have to have at least one resident in the household that is older than 55. There can also be restrictions on how long visitors under the age of 18 can visit. So, for instance, if you have grandkids who would like to spend their summer with you, that could be a problem. If your grandkids have to come live with you for a time, for whatever reason, that may also not be possible. In addition, some residents may feel that age restrictions create isolation from the wider community. For instance, my mother-in-law is in her 80s and she would never live in a 55-plus community because she just loves having kids on her street. And she pays the kids in the neighborhood to mow her lawn and shovel her snow. I know, obviously, she does not live in Georgia, in case you're wondering, because we do not have any snow shoveling over here. If you are looking to downsize in the near future and are wondering what is available on the current market, I have curated a list of ranch-style homes, both in and out of 55-plus communities. The link is in the description. If you want more information on the 55 and over communities in Fayetteville, Georgia, Peachtree City, and Newnan, watch this video next. There are more communities coming, so keep an eye out for more videos. The best way to do that is to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you get notified of new videos. They come out every Monday. I'll see you next week.